perspective as a doctor and my perspective, do we match hapa katikati? Because before kuwe sasa specialize in gynecologist, so ulikuwa daktari kwanza.
Of course, yeah.
Unaanza na daktari and then sasa ndio you specialize. Yeah. So kuna hizo maswali ambaye ziko mingi sana. As a mortician, tukikuja pale kwa hospitali and the hospital has mortuary. Does your facility have mortuary?
Currently, we still don't have that. Yeah, but as part of my time, I go to other facilities. Yeah, that got the morgues, and so I tend to interact with a lot of patients, both the live and the dead ones. Yeah.
Oh, okay. There's a view kwamba the doctor who hapendi kuona maiti.
I think it's just other people's opinion. Yeah, because there is the only difference between maiti and somebody who is alive. It's just the life taken out of the person. Yeah. So before somebody, okay, maiti is just a body. Yeah, that is lifeless. Yeah, but remember, before someone becomes lifeless, we have to come to something called ischemia and hypoxia. I think you know that. Ischemia is when you stop the blood flow, the blood stops flowing to the vital organs, most of the heart, the brain. Then the brains undergo something called ischemic attack. Ischemia is now when the blood does not flow to the brain, and so the brain cells die. Now we talk about the ischemic attack. And remember, from before the ischemia sets in, the blood flows to the brain. And as the blood flows to the brain, it carries with it oxygen. And so when the oxygen cannot also reach there, we talk about hypoxia. So there is a ischemic hypoxic attack that makes the brain cells and other parts of the body. So I think to differentiate between the two, we are all dealing with the same body. The only now the difference is one is alive and the other one is dead. Yeah.
And because the lack of oxygen.
Oxygen and the blood supply. Yeah.
Umeanza vizuri sana. Kuna times naona unatumia deep. So wacha nichukue kalamu na karatasi. So when it comes to pale kwa hospitali, the doctor is only person ambaye is allowed person ambaye who ana declare someone's dead.
Yeah.
Can you take us hapo juu the moment kama nafanya kwa facility ambayo iko na morgue in hospital, mimi kazi yangu tu nitadili tu na the dead.
Yeah.
Nitakuwa na goja naso walete mwili wanyeke pale. Sivyo? But that process ya pale kwa bed, because the doctor now ako pale.
Yeah, to certify.
Yeah, to certify kwamba yes, the deceased, yes, akwa hiyo yake imeisha. So can you take us that process?
Okay. In most instances, people have confused between somebody is dead and somebody is in coma. There is the dead, then there is somebody who's coma, then there is something called the semi-comatose. But these are things that you need to understand, that when somebody is dead, we have to start looking at the vital organs. So, the heart cannot continue beating when somebody is dead. So we look at the cardiac activity. The cardiac activity, you can get that through auscultation. Auscultation ile unachukua stethoscope. Ile kitu madaktari wanaweka kwa masikio, then you put it on the left side of the heart, of the chest. Then you listen to the heartbeat. The heartbeat, if they are present, that person is still alive. So that is with that one we call it the cardiac activity. Yeah. So the cardiac activity is when now you will be in a position to appreciate the cardiac, the heartbeats and the So when you auscultate the chest, then there is no cardiac activity that can be felt. Then you should know that the heart has stopped beating or the heart has stopped pumping. Once the heart stops pumping, what does it tell you? It tells you that there is no blood that is reaching the vital organs. Remember, there is something called how the person dies. There are some parts that dies fast. The body has a mechanism that when there's little of the blood supply of the oxygen, there are some vital organs that must get that blood. Also the brain or something like that. But in some cases, there are the places that are called the peripheries. Now the peripheries are like the foot, the limbs, mikono. That's what apata. Somebody is still alive or is half dead, but still somebody is half dead in a way that he cannot move the limbs. the limbs and the peripheries, the hands, the limbs are all cold. Meaning the coldness of the limbs or the peripheries, if I may say it that way, tells you that there is no blood supply reaching those organs, that is. So the body will only be taking blood. The heart will be pumping that blood to the vital organs. So the very moment somebody is in the ward, and then we are called to certify if that person is dead, we have to at least check the cardiac activity. So when we check the cardiac activity and we realize that there are no cardiac activities that can be appreciated, then now we go to other things. You look at the pulse. Yeah, so the pulse, you can get pulse anywhere. You can get it juma ya shingo, you can get it kwa mkono. Yeah. So those are the places that you'll get the pulsations. If the pulsations are also missing, then this person is not alive. Then also there's something that you should also check, the respiratory. That one goes without saying. The respiratory, you'll just see how the chest moves. Because when you inspirate, we expect your chest to up and down. Yeah. So if that one is absent, that one can also notify us that somebody is dead. Then there is also something called the constriction of the pupil. The pupil, the eye, the smallest part of the eye. There is how it reacts to light. Yeah. So when you put the light kwa macho, then the pupil should become smaller. When you withdraw it from that light, it becomes bigger. So when it reacts to that light, then we say that person is still alive. But the very moment you put the light kwa macho, then the pupil is just there. It does not respond to the light. Then that person is declared also dead. Yeah. So we check on the cardiac activity, we check on the respiratory, then we check on the pulses, and then you confirm with the constricted pupil.
Okay. In morgue, ile nimepata nayo sana ni ya macho. Yeah. The light one. And I was using the old one. Ile unachukua the mirror and you put near to the nose. Yeah. When you see the moisture. The moisture meaning unajua hapa kuna dalili. Yeah. And so hiyo ndio process. So and hiyo umeelezea the science of dying. The whole process of dying. Umeshaitandika yote tu mara moja.
Hivyo sasa.
Daktari.
Very fast.
Unaenda mbio. Hata before audience zara tufike huko tafadhali. So doctor, what are the myths about death?
I think there are a lot of myths about death. One, they say that death is accidental.
Yeah.
No, not all deaths are accidental. Some people know that they're going to die. Also, when you are diagnosed with cancer, yeah, you are diagnosed with cancer at early stages or even at advanced stages. You'll just simply know that the cancer has metastasized. That is the spread. You know, before somebody is diagnosed with cancer, these stages. But if it is at advanced stage, in its advanced stage, then you'll be told that you have cancer, it is stage 4, it has metastasized. When we talk about metastasis, means it has spread. The spread, there is organ to organ spread, and then there is even something called the hematogenous spread, which is now the blood spread. Now, tuseme umekuwa diagnosed with the cancer, na umeambiwa uko na stage 4, na ime spread to the lungs. What do you expect? You know, you are going to die, because so long as something has become a hematogenous spread, it means that it can go to all parts of the body. You know, if there is one part or the organ that is here that is cancerous, if there is an adjacent organ, it can spread through organ to organ, you know, because of the adjustment. But if it is now through the hematogenous spread, meaning that it is now through the blood, it can travel anywhere. When somebody has been diagnosed with cancer, they'll be told this is the end stage or the last stage of this cancer, and so you have to prepare. So that is not accidental. Yeah, there are some that you may be traveling in a car, then there is an accident. When you least expect it, we can say that is accidental. But almost everybody prepares. And to some people, they'll even tell you that before something happened, I had already felt it.
I knew.
Yeah. So I don't think if that is that death is accidental. Then another myth about death is that death is painful. Not all deaths are painful. Yeah. Do you know why not all deaths are painful? Assuming you have a very bad disease, or to say even the last stages of HIV and AIDS, and so you are there at your last stage of HIV and AIDS, and your people are in a position to give you the palliative care. You'll not feel any pain because you'll always be put on medications so that you don't feel the pain. So not all deaths are painful. Yeah. Then there is nothing like a good death that when somebody sleeps and then he dies.
That's a good death.
It's not a good death. They struggle before they die. So you don't just, let me ask you something. If there is anything that wants to take the breath out of you, you must struggle.
So I cancer patient but at a struggle.
Because of course they will. Let me ask you something. Assuming you stop breathing or somebody closes your mouth and the nose, what will you experience before you give up?
Lack of oxygen, that is painful somehow.
But you'll still struggle. What happens when you can't breathe?
There's pain.
There is pain.
Yeah.
Now, assuming somebody has slept overnight, then maybe they aspirate and now they cannot breathe. They'll struggle before they die. It's only that we did not see them struggling, we'll say that they just slept and that's how we found them dead. So we cannot find them to tell their story how it is. But anything that is taking life out of you, you have to struggle.
Well, hapo naweza uliza kuna watu ambao wanaanguka from tall buildings.
Yes.
Nasikianga wao wanakufia katikati. Hata wafiki chini.
No, they don't die. Hawakufi katikati. The only thing that happens, they become unconscious.
Or wakiwa katikati.
Yeah. It is just being unconscious. You are not dead. You're still breathing. Yeah.
Nasamanga akifika chini already alikufia hapa juu lako.
Not really. It's only that when you become unconscious, you know, when you become unconscious, you become less, you're just there. But not that you died. No.
Na mshtuko? So huyu mtu wa mshtuko alistuka tu.
Now, kuna mshtuko. And kama kuna mshtuko, there is how it happens. There is the mshtuko comes with the cardiac arrest. Because when somebody kama wakati mshtuko imekuja, it makes the heart beats very faster. And when the heart beats very faster, it will even limit the oxygen and the blood supply. And if the heart is deceased, or when you are to say, if you are somebody who had already been diagnosed to be having any cardiac conditions, and then the heart beats that faster, then the heart can stop beating because of something called the cardiac arrhythmias. The arrhythmias now, the heart will now, you know, there is the lab and the dab. Let me tell you that. The lab and the dab is when the heart pumps. When the heart pumps, the blood goes to all parts of the body. When the blood returns to the body, then that is the dab. So there is the lab dab. Now, when the heart contracts, that is, it pushes the blood. Sawa. And this blood that is pushed should go to all parts of the body. Assuming somebody akushtue, and then it beats haraka, then it will fail because there is no blood that is going to be pumped. Yeah. There should be enough force to pump that blood.
Nimeivuta bangi. Na nikafeel roho inatandika. Pia hiyo inaweza cause.
No, those are just that is a stimulant. That is a stimulant. So what you felt is something called the palpitations. And that is as a result of adrenaline. Yeah.
Unasikia tu inaenda.
That is just adrenaline. It's just like you are walking at night, then somebody akushtue. What happens? The heart beats. And what is the work of adrenaline? The flight or fight. Yeah, it gives you that instant energy. It's either you fly, there's flight, or you fight back. Just like to those who are participating in 100 meters, what happens to them? Where do you think they get the energy for the flight? Because that is now where the adrenaline works very fast. Mtu akikuchokoza, do you know that sometimes mtu anaweza akakuchokoza, then you just feel like unaona tu giza, then you start fighting immediately. Or the heart starts beating then. Yeah. Now that just gives you that energy for that time to act.
So it's not the devil.
No, it's not devil. Unajua devil hajaipewa nafasi ya kisa
jitetete, si ndio? Shetani aliniingilia tu nikasikia nimechapa ngumi. Daktari. I'm loving the conversation. So